In the middle of Jesus' arrest story, we find another interesting character, a young boy, possibly just a teen, who had slipped furtively behind the shrubbery and vegetation and watched Jesus and the disciples. Can you imagine his intrigue as Jesus confronted the crowd of armed warriors? Can you imagine his shock as Peter drew his sword? Can you imagine his wonder when Jesus picked up the servant's disembodied ear and reattached it? Can you imagine his fear and fascination as the Roman soldiers grabbed Jesus and began to lead him away? He must have been mesmerized, but he waited too long to get away. Then he was discovered. Hands reached for and grabbed him. Of course, he was young and agile, and with a quick turn or two, he managed to escape. Unfortunately, he left his nightclothes behind. I can almost hear the roar of the laughter as the crowd watched the boy in the buff run away. In all the great stories, the good guys stand up against the bad. Dorothy confronts the Wicked Witch of the West. David beats Goliath. Peter Pan fights off Captain Hook. Sometimes in real life, though, it's better to flee, even for Christians. That night in the garden, the boy in the buff wasn't equipped to fight a Roman army. He was wise enough to know when to flee. We can learn a lesson or two from him. When evil comes knocking at our door, we should remember Amos 5:14. Do what is good and run from evil so that you may live.